read some stuff until we get back. Steph, Sparky's cheating on you with Sab's Nexus game. Hey, man. Love you, Steph and Jimmy. Steph, tell Jim stop by next time he's in Ritzville, Washington. I will, hey, man. JTF, the only time that Kamala had any black in her. Oh, thank you,
Easy.
JTF. Whoa. Stan, the scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet until Shiloh come, and until him shall the gathering of people be. Stan, I don't know what's that referencing. I meant Stephanie, but auto spells.
You have a lot to read?
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Yeah, I can do a segment.
Okay, so whenever you're ready. I meant Stephanie, but auto spell check flipped it to Stefan. I know what a woman is, and it is Stephanie. Unvaccinated guy. Thank you, unvaccinated guy. You're the best. All right, let's throw that. Hey, to the big guy. That's from Frank Rizzo. Thank you, Frank Rizzo. And then next time Netanyahu will need to use Airbnb. Am I right? Airbnb. Am I right? Thank you, Pocho Via. Very nice. From now on, Netanyahu will need to crash at Jared Kushner's place, just like the old days. Sparky 63. Oh, thank you. Why are we not interviewing Kamala's father about how she spent her entire career undoing his life's work? Nathan. Jimmy, you should have George Hobbs on your show. He does a Fact Hunter podcast. Look up Trump and Golan Heights, oil and bases there. Steph, great job. Finbar, that is so interesting. Thank you for that info, Finbar. Howie Brown, Thomas Massey has brass balls. Brass balls. Savage, gonna have to Cyclone B that hotel after Netanyahu leaves. Janice Anderson, Trump on the deal with Israel, Palestine isn't shocking. He has great political instincts and is parroting popular opinion to garner votes. Won't follow through, though. Ah, look at you, Janice. Thank you, Janice. And I'm going to keep that over there because I'll look that up. Brandon, thank you, Brandon, for your generosity. Savage, Bibi's memoirs, The Art of the Steal. Louise, only for you, Steph. I figured out how to get into my ex Twitter account. I think I sent the pictures. All right, I'll look for that on our break. Thank you, Louise. Neuron, Abbas sent Trump a letter after Butler. Thank you. Savage, if Peace is Palestine fails, one could always join Zelensky's piss. He meant to say peace summit, Savage. Luis de la Cruz, the Kamala book is now $650 on eBay. Are you kidding me? Luis de la Cruz, check it out. Check it out. Is the meet and greet after the show in Grand Rapids as well? We're looking into that to get confirmation for you, Ribsy. Break it off in BlackRock. Make Ukraine Russia again. Sparky 63. No, this is Trump telling AIPAC to give him more money. Maybe he said this before AIPAC paid him. Mad Matt Chicago. Back to Jim Jam.
So guess what? Somebody went up on, they said they had snipers in the building that the shooter was in.
Right.
Used. Well, guess what? A representative from Congress went there. Remember when they said Secret Service were stationed inside the buildings where the shooter tried to kill Trump? Well, here's a look through the windows. They could have shot the shooter with a pistol. Oh. So now the question, so that's where they say the guy was. And here, that's a view from the window. You want to see? Watch this. This is a video from GOP Representative Eli Crane, who appears at the end of this video. So this is where they say the guy was. And that's where he hopped up. That's where they say the guy was. And that's where the snipers were. The snipers were inside there.
All right, guys, I'm up here on the building where the supposed sniper took a shot. It's not that steep at all. We just had a 70-year-old man back here climb up on the roof easily. See that water tower behind me? Had Secret Service or anybody had sniper teams up there, this guy wouldn't have made it 5 feet up this roof. He would have been taken out. Behind me, you see the windows that Secret Service was supposedly in the second floor of this building behind. Makes you wonder why they weren't able to quickly dispatch the individual. And then behind me, Back over here where those red roofs are, that's where the stage was set up. That's where the president was giving his speech from. A lot of questions here in Butler, but we look forward to doing oversight and getting to the bottom of it and making sure it never happens again.
Well, that's the question. That and what is a woman? That's also the question still. But that, if this is the view, hey, why didn't they have Secret Service on the water tower? I think we all know. So this seems to me like it definitely was Mayorkas is in on this, that the head of the Secret Service is a patsy. And this doesn't make any sense. Again, so no part of the official story makes sense. Remember, the Secret Service had said they couldn't put a sniper on this roof here because it was too sloped. Well, he just showed you it's not too sloped. A 70-year-old man was up there walking around, no problem. So maybe the shooter was on the other side of that steeply sloped roof. No, but we know he was on this side. Wow. I don't want to argue about the angle of that roof at this point because we don't want to go down that completely not slippery slope. Man, the deep state really went all out on not going all outside. That's amazing. You want to see this again? I do. I want to see this again. So apparently this is supposed to be the view that they had. Well, if the snipers were in there and that's the view they had.
All right, guys, I'm up here on the building where the supposed sniper took a shot. It's not that steep at all. We just had a 70-year-old man back here climb up on the roof easily. See that water tower behind me? Had Secret Service or anybody had sniper teams up there, this guy wouldn't have made it 5 feet up this roof. He would have been taken out. Behind me, you see the windows that Secret Service was supposedly in the second floor of this building behind. Makes you wonder why they weren't able to quickly dispatch the individual. And then behind me, back over here where those red roofs are, that's where the stage was set up. That's where the president was giving his speech from. A lot of questions here in Butler, but we look forward to doing oversight and getting to the bottom of it and making sure it never happens again.
No part of the official story makes sense. None of it. And that roof is so minimally sloped. It is sloped. It's sloped enough that if you were laying down with a rifle, you wouldn't be able to probably see Trump. That's another question. I'm going to show you in another video. That's crazy. This is all crazy. And he's been there, but you know who hasn't been there? The head of the Secret Service. She testified yesterday, or Monday, she hadn't been to the site. She hadn't been there. Why? Because she doesn't need to see it, because she's not really doing an investigation, because she knows this was an inside setup job. She doesn't need to find out anything. She needs to figure out a lie that she can tell. Well, now she's resigned finally. But who are you going to get to investigate this? Who's going to investigate this? The FBI, the same FBI that lied 17 times to the FISA court to get a phone tap on Donald Trump's campaign? The CIA, the FBI, the same people who promulgated Russiagate, the same people who lied about Hunter Biden's. Who's going to investigate? That's what I'm saying. Who's going to investigate? Okay, let's get ready to go over to Joe Biden's speech. Over to Steph.
All right, you're going to figure it out. I think they can also have it at the White House too, Jimmy. The White House feed.
With reproductive rights, those sorts of big
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Biden is all fucked up, Mike Makabala. Tell Mike McRae to bring Hillary supporter as Kamala supporter. Funny. Thank you, Sonic Warhol. Hey, Jimmy, would you bring a Catholic socialist on the show, like the leftists you find in South America, or an Orthodox Christian lefty like Paul Kingsnorth? We'll keep those in mind, K-Cot was. Spoil BlackRock's plan, make Ukraine Russia again. Sparky, thank you, Sparky. Break it off in BlackRock, make Ukraine Russia again. Sparky. I wonder how the American view changes since Palestinian factions, including Hamas, had rival Fatah, Abbas, formed and signed a unity government agreement in Beijing thanks to Chinese and Russian mediation. Goo 81. Don't worry, Steph. Sabby means nothing to me. I only keep her around for amusement. Sparky. Amusement? Some indie journalists from Canada flew a float plane to the beach in BC so they could find Trudeau and get an interview. They found him on the beach and asked him questions he hated for 10 minutes. Steve from Ontario. Thank you, Steve. Make Israel Syria again. In those Ottoman Empire days, Levant Jews got along fine with their neighbors, whether Muslim, Christian, or otherwise. Thank you for that. What was this one? Fernando recommends that we don't mention Rumble while we're on YouTube because they've been, YouTube has put, a lot of people have been noticing their content gets pushed down whenever they mention Rumble. Fernando, thank you so much.
Dresses the nation.
All right. Do you want to big screen that right now?
And Savannah Guthrie.
Or no?
Good evening. We're coming on the air to bring you a historic moment for the country. President Biden, moments away from addressing the nation about why he dropped out of the presidential race.
Do you want to take that down while I talk, or you want to mute that? Fact is, labor and industries labor label those roofs as hazardous so they can fine us roofers for not wearing a fall protection under the guise of safety. Then they think this is a believable danger. Unvac guy. Krista. Thank you, Krista. The LA riot taught us that slopes on a roof can be very dangerous. Garble. And makes you wonder who actually took the shot. Cute shoes. Thank you, cute shoes. All right. Kurt better be back before I smack up. Whoa, AK. Thank you, AK. Don't you think they'll try again on Trump, Omar? Yes, Omar, I do. Art Agent Archer, thank you for the link. Much appreciated. After paying off Israel's neighbors through the Abraham Accords, Bibi won't even negotiate a deal. Trump was probably pissed. Zekormens, thank you, Zekormens. Nappers, well, if you can't handle the heat, stay off the roof. Thank you, Nappers. All right, I can close that window. Let me make sure I can. All right, here we go.